Hey everybody, welcome to Painting Happy Little Minis here at Game Trade Media. I'm Rick.
I'm Mia. Oh, dang it, we always do this. I'm so used to this.
Sorry.
Darn, I'm Mia.
And I'm terrible.
Just the
Moving
worst.
right along. Just the worst.
So today we are painting some miniatures by Gale Force Nine. Gale Force Nine is, they make a lot of like terrain and other cool stuff, right?
Yep. Loads. They do the Battlefield in a Box range, which is all pre-painted resin terrain.
Nice.
You can just, as I suggest, bust open the box and put it straight on the gaming table.
And play.
Very nice.
So they have a D&D license, and they were kind enough to send us a bunch of stuff. And so today we've got our choices between from Curse of Strahd, Rudolf van Richten, and Esmeralda de Avenir as
Nice.
an option. From just a regular like the Waterdeep scenarios, the Dragon Heist, we have Manchun, the mage,
Cool.
part
Very
of the
nice.
Zentirum, and then of course Halaster Black Cloak, the mad mage who built Undermountain under Waterdeep,
Cool.
and he's at Wild. So you guys can choose which one you want to paint, and then
I've
maybe
chosen mine.
talk about those characters as well.
I'm gonna hand you the big box of paint.
All right,
All right, I'm gonna do this guy. I like that I have a paint by numbers kind of.
you're gonna do Manchun.
Manchun.
So here's Manchun.
Okay.
And on the back of Manchun's box and Halaster's and everybody, there's a little descriptive about those characters. I thought it'd be kind of cool to let everybody know who these characters are.
That would be good. Should I?
Yeah, start it off.
Halaster, the Mad Mage of Undermountain, is the deranged individual behind most of the traps and horrors found in the great dungeon under Waterdeep. Undermountain is his home, an amusement gallery in which others perform to entertain him. Halaster's true form is that of a tall, gaunt male human, but he uses magic to take on many other visages and shapes. No matter what form he wears, the Mad Mage giggles and mutters incessantly.
Yes.
Wow.
Perfect.
All right, this clone of the ancient arc wizard Manchun infiltrated Waterdeep years ago and has been hiding out in Kolat Towers ever since. The original Manchun was one of the founders of the Zentirum.
The Zentirum?
Zentirum. Evil to the core, he made enemies all across Faerun. Fearing that he may be destroyed by his foes, Manchun magically crafted several clones who have attempted to destroy one another in a series of conflicts that have come to be known as the Manchun Wars.
Nice.
The Manchun.
And I've got Rudolf van Richten and Esmeralda. So Van Richten isn't a young man anymore. He knows his road is coming to an end, but his work isn't done. He has come to Barovia to kill Strahd van Zarovich, the greatest vampire of them all. Van Richten has studied Strahd for years and knows he can't hope to best a vampire in a straight-up confrontation. He must wait for the right moment to strike. And Esmeralda of Vistana is the protege of Rudolf van Richten, despite the fact that her first encounter with the vampire hunter was anything but pleasant. Yeah, some cool stories there. Yeah,
Excellent. So who are you going to paint? You're painting both of them?
I'm going to paint them both. Yeah.
You're
Overachiever.
hardcore. You are hardcore. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Because it means I can work on these on Thursday as well.
Oh, this is true. This is true.
So just want to say hi to everybody. We got, what is this? Wsoran, W-S-O-R-R-A-N over on Twitch. And then, of course, the chat here on Facebook is just riddled with all of our friends.
Riddled with many Chris's,
Many a Chris, a Robert, a Byron,
Josh's, and James's.
Josh's and Steve's, Walter. They have all come. They're all here.
Fantastic. Welcome,
Yes.
welcome
And
to the
everybody's-
madness that is
What we do.
painting. I was going to say painting the D&D Collector Series.
What's really cool about these two is they're limited. I don't know if the Manchun or the Halaster are limited, but the Curse of Strahd ones are limited to 1,500 pieces.
Oh, cool.
Oh.
Which is
Nice.
really nice.
Excellent. These ones don't appear to be limited. All right.
Yeah, they may not be.
But yeah, this one's sculpted by Matt Clark.
Nice.
Very nice. Matt
Who's
Clark is a fantastic painter and sculptor.
Okay.
And he's won a whole bunch of Golden Demon Slayer swords over in the UK.
Nice.
There's some spectacular dioramas. And he's a really nice guy.
And these ones are sculpted by Matt Bickley.
All right, okay.
I don't know Matt Bickley.
Nor do I,
And
not personally.
this one is also, so Manchun is also sculpted by Matt Bickley.
Cool.
Very nice.
These are really detailed sculpts.
They
too.
are. I'm looking at him going, what? What have I gotten myself into?
Yeah, that's why I looked at his and I was like, okay, there's eyes and all sorts
Yep.
of things in this guy's
Lots
cloak.
of weirdness going on.
We're going to just skip that one.
That's where I'm going to start with a wash.
Ooh, nice. I was considering that as well.
Just to pull out the details,
Mm-hmm.
work out where I need to go next.
Yeah.
I'm going to start with a fairly dark, sort of black-brown wash.
He says it's pronounced Soren, which is kind of cool because I have a character called Soren Blackwell.
Oh, yes, you do.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Very nice. So, what did you do since last we saw you, Mia? What have you been doing?
I went to like a little small one-day con, Galactic Con, in Delaware, which is nice because it's, you know, it's just one of those small, little tiny conventions that kind of show you where conventions kind of started from, and
Sure.
now you've got all these huge ones. So it was nice. I actually ended up being a vendor
Wow.
and selling some collectibles.
Okay.
So that was fun. It was very different than like guesting necessarily.
Sure.
Because I'm like, okay, no one steal my stuff. Why is that child touching everything? Oh God. I'm like, there's a lot of stuff to vending.
The
Right.
stresses of vending, yes. That makes sense.
You get like more than 4 people over there, and you're like, oh God, I don't know what to do.
Were you also selling prints and stuff like you would normally do?
Yeah, I had some prints, but
Okay.
mainly selling off all the tons of stuff that I have.
Okay.
Excellent.
How many people out there watching would like to see Mia cosplay as a D&D character?
Ooh,
I think we should make that happen.
that would be cool.
Good.
I'm just trying to think like who you would cosplay as though in the D&D. Like if we were to go with canon or just a creation of your own, almost like a LARP version of your own version of like a cleric or a mage or a warrior or something.
See, my favorite character was always a shadow dancer.
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay, an elven shadow dancer. Okay. That would be really cool. Yeah, I would not be upset to see that. We should figure out a way to make that happen.
Yep.
Do a painting Happy Little Minis in costume.
Yes. For you, yes.
Ah!
The costume I'm working on right now, I wouldn't be able to paint in it.
When are you going to reveal that?
At Dragon Con.
At Dragon Con? Okay.
Oh, you picked the con I'm not going to be at to do it.
Well, it's not my fault you're not going to be there. I'm not going there for work. I'm going there for play,
Nice.
which will still be work.
You'll find a way to make it work.
Yeah.
Yeah. As I do.
Yep. Excellent.
How about you, Dave? Did you do anything in particular?
Since last Tuesday,
Yeah.
I went to Illinois.
Oof.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. It's no Ohio, but
True. True. It is no Ohio.
yep. So I went to Adepticon, which is one of my favorite conventions of all time.
Okay.
It was great.
And what did you
Absolutely
do there?
Fantastic time. I walked around, spent a lot of time talking about a little book project that I have going at the moment.
Oh, really?
Yes.
And what might that be, Dave? I don't see anything.
Terrain Essentials.
Oh, terrain essentials.
Terrain Essentials. Yeah, so I'm working on a book with Mel Bowes, the terrain tutor,
Okay.
who has a fantastic YouTube channel full
Nice.
of tutorial videos. I think it's over 500 now.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
500.
So he might know a little
videos.
bit about terrain.
He does know a little bit about terrain.
Okay.
He knows a little bit.
A little bit.
A lottle should be a new word. Yeah, he knows an absolute ton about terrain. So, and the cool thing was that Mel was able to come over for the show, for Adepticon, and hang out. And normally shows in the UK are one-day shows,
Okay.
one-day conventions, or not conventions, but one-day
Expos.
expos kind of thing. So lots of exhibitor things going on.
Okay.
Not a lot of gaming,
Okay.
that sort of thing, but it's usually the idea is you sort of jump in the car with your friends, drive to the show, spend 6 or 7 hours sort of wandering around buying things, then jump back in the car and drive home.
Okay.
Adepticon, being a 4-day show, was very definitely not like that.
That is definitely not like that.
But yeah, it's sort of arrive on the Wednesday, and sort of hang out with friends and maybe do some events on playing some games or do some painting or enter the Crystal Brush painting competition.
Okay.
That kind of thing.
Did you enter anything?
I did not enter anything.
Did you judge anything?
I did. I judged.
Ooh.
I got all judgy
Very well.
on the Saturday night.
That's not anything new.
That brush is lost to the ages.
You just throw it. So you get it
Next.
up over the bookshelves. But yeah, so I got to judge, help judge as part of the judging team with Jose Palomares
Wow.
and Alfonso Heraldez and Kat Martin.
Nice.
So yeah, it was a great team. We had a lot of conversations, and we each had a sort of a different take
Okay.
that we were able to express
All
to
right.
each other, and sort of when we disagreed, we could bring each other around to our sort of points of view.
Nice.
But yeah, so I think it was a really good experience,
Cool.
which was nice.
I'm questioning what what kind of criteria do you look for as a judge? Because I judge cosplay contests, but that's
Okay.
completely a different animal.
Yeah, there's sort of a whole bunch of things. There's the technique. If somebody's tried a technique, how well did they execute it? Composition, color choices, or if the miniature's been placed in a setting for diorama or that sort of thing, presented in a particular way.
Right.
Does the composition work? The ambience of the piece, sort of the general feel of it all. So they're the sort of the main sort of focuses
Okay.
That's really cool.
that we sort of judge on. There are a lot of things like they were talking about. I can't remember some of the terms, but for example, if you have a model standing on a green background or green sort of display, you'd want to see some green shadows, some green in the shadows,
Okay.
sort of, so that light's being reflected back up
Oh
onto the
wow!
model.
Like hyper realism kind of.
Yeah. Yep. That's the thing that will take you sort of to the next sort of step, and then also including some of the for large pieces. If you've got some like a large sort of purple area, for example, seeing some of that purple then worked into the shadows of the base,
Okay, gotcha.
whatever it might happen to be. But yeah, it was very very intense, sort of 4 hours of judging.
Wow.
Fortunately, we were looking at the final cut pieces, that sort of thing. One of the things that Kamon, that's how you pronounce it now?
Yeah. Come on, play.
Yep. So
Instead of Simon, you guys would know it as
Simon,
Simon.
or Simon, or Comignon. They take photos of the finalists and they put them online for online voting.
Okay.
Oh.
So there's a large online voting component. It's basically 50% of the overall score for the model,
Wow.
and then it gets added to the judges' scores.
Oh, that's really cool.
So, and I will say that Jose Palomares is one of the best miniature photographers
Really?
I've ever met.
Nice.
The work that the photographs of all those models are just spectacular.
Good.
Yeah. So very exciting to see.
That's really cool.
Yep. It was good. One of the things that they do with the crystal brush as well is big cash prizes as well. So we had a lot of folks that popped over from Spain and England, a couple from France, some from Germany
Oh, that's really.
as well.
I mean, the grand prize is like 10K, right?
8K.
8K.
Oh, they switched around this year, I think, or possibly last year, but 8K for the first prize, 3 for second place, and 2 for third place.
Wow.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yep.
Some good money there.
Definitely. And in each category, there was like first, second, and third, and they were $200, $150
Wow.
for those prizes too.
All right, I need to get better at painting. I don't think I'll ever be that good, though.
I will never be that good either.
You write books.
No.
You can't talk.
I write books about it, but that's the difference.
I mean, I wasn't going to say it, but there's that whole adage of what you can't do, you teach.
Yeah, that's true.
But you
I
can
was
do.
gonna be nice.
Thanks, mate. I appreciate it.
But you can do. And
Sure, just backpedal there. Keep going.
speaking of teaching,
Yes, speaking of teaching.
let's take a look at the chat, because they're going to learn us up on some stuff.
They are.
Soren says, I had named a chaotic good diva in an adventure I was running in 3rd edition D&D that was kicked out of heaven by a lawful deity. Nice. The adventure was inspired by Paradise Lost. I can dig that. Chris says, working on some Legion myself, well as a Hero Forge figure. That was a brilliant piece by GW. Dave, do you think it would be easier to judge mini painting contests if they all used the same mini?
Oh.
Yeah, and the comparison becomes a lot easier.
Sure.
I mean, some of the pieces that we were comparing, like in a particular, so like the diorama category, for example, ranged from small dioramas this sort of size
Okay.
to pieces that were essentially set in like shadow boxes this tall.
Wow.
So there's a pretty broad variety there, and the number of models was different.
Right.
The story they were telling within the diorama was different. Yeah, I think the idea of doing, like having one miniature that everybody paints is often gets thrown around. I think it's very rarely implemented in any painting competition.
I would think I would only like to see that in like a speed paint competition. Everybody has to paint the same miniature. You're given the exact same time frame to paint it.
Yep.
And then you present it in that kind of capacity.
I think they do that at Gen Con. There's a charity speed paint
Oh, okay.
done. They invite a whole bunch of professional painters to sit down.
Okay.
They have like an hour and a half to paint there.
Right. Do they sell the miniatures afterwards for the charity?
Yeah, they auction the collection off. Basically, so there
Yeah,
might be
that's
10
cool.
painters. They same model line up 10 times, and they auction that
Oh,
off.
that's cool.
I'd love to see like painting competition games, like our shows.
Like
Like Face Off, but
Kind of, yeah. That would be really neat.
fun.
I wouldn't be upset with that.
I think I've talked about that at a number of late nights at conventions. Sitting around. What if we did a? What if we?
Did a True TV mini hobby painting competition.
Iron painter.
Iron
Yeah.
painter. Oh, the iron painter thing.
Yeah.
I've done that before. I think I've talked about it on the show.
I think you have. Yeah.
It's basically where everybody prepares, and the ones that I've participated in were like 1,000 points of Warhammer 40,000 army.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, prepare that beforehand, and then you and sit down, paint for 24 hours.
Oof.
But at the beginning of it, the person who's organizing it reveals the secret color. Then everybody gets bonus points for including.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
So,
Ochre jelly yellow.
okay, Jimmy, most of the times it comes up being like Screamer Pink or something
Right.
like that. But
See, that would be fun. My version would be closer more to like nailed it.
right.
It's like recreate this statue that Dave has painted, but he did it in 6 hours. You have 45 minutes.
That's awesome. That could be cool.
Yeah, it would be a lot of
That'd be a great way
fun.
to do it.
I just have like cooking shows on the brain from lunch. So I was like, we should incorporate that, but into painting.
Yeah.
Bob Sally says, like competitive eating, but painting minis.
Yeah.
Yes. And maybe you have to eat while you paint. Hey, Brian's with us. Steele. Brian
How many
Steele.
can you
Hey.
paint in like?
Hey, Brian.
He mailed out my, he sculpted a mini for me
Yep.
that hopefully we can figure out way to get that out there for when we relaunch Tome of Heroes.
Cool.
Yeah, he did Mace Thunderforge.
Mace Thunderforge.
Yeah.
Yep, I saw Brian at the show for all of like 15 minutes. He was a busy man.
I have no doubt.
Busy man.
Getting his hustle on.
Yep. So, but no, it was good. Good to see him.
Let's see who we got over here. More
I took a class at the show at Adepticon
Oh, yeah?
on like an intro to airbrushing class from Caleb Wissenbach, which was cool. Basically learning how to, the main things that I wanted to learn were, well, that I found very interesting when we got to that point was mixing paint
Okay.
and things to avoid mixing with other, like some things that you think would thin paint
Right.
that shouldn't be mixed with certain types of paint
Okay.
because they'll react with the medium in the paint and coagulate them and make them
clog
just,
up your systems
terrible
and
for for doing that.
Okay.
So, and also the thing I wanted to learn really was how to make sure I was cleaning my brush properly
Okay.
without having to take it apart every time, which I learned that I really shouldn't be doing. But
What, taking it apart every time?
taking it apart every time.
Yeah.
Yep. So, I now probably need to get a new airbrush, start from scratch,
Oh, wow.
and build up. Not necessarily,
Mm-hmm.
but it'd probably be a good idea.
I feel you. Byron asked, Dave, did you get to see the new Keeper of Secrets?
Not a physical representation of it. I saw the photo from the. So Games Workshop did a presentation on their preview presentation on the Wednesday night,
Okay.
and I wasn't in that, but I've seen photos of it around
Okay.
online, and it looks pretty amazing. It's quite a departure from some of their older
Okay.
Keeper of Secrets models. The Keeper of Secrets is the greater demon of the chaos power Slanesh, which is the god of excess.
Oh, okay.
So, but no, I really like the new representation, the new look.
Nice. Brian says, I love speed painting. Keeps me on my toes for tricks and such.
Yep.
Do you lose points for licking your brush? Yes. You lose
If it slows you down,
10 demerits.
10 demerit points. That's not good. 50 points from Gryffindor.
That's right. Nice.
That's good.
See any new Sisters of Battle?
I did not.
No?
No. We thought they might sort of be ready to announce them at the show, but they didn't,
Okay.
which was a shame.
It does sound like a shame. A missed opportunity.
Missed opportunity. Well, actually, they have. My suspicion is that they'll show them at Warhammer Fest, which is an event that so GW runs that event.
Okay.
Coming up in the middle of May, I think. My guess is they'll show them off at their big show.
Okay.
Which is,
I mean, that makes sense.
Which is, yeah, makes sense. Absolutely fine.
What was the one thing about your event that you went to Galacticon, was it?
Yep.
That you took away from it that was like your favorite piece to that, Mia?
Honestly, just getting to see like good old small town like cosplay and like just people coming in, and I mean it was at a high school at a gym.
Oh, okay.
It was like one of those small
Awesome.
cons where they all kind of start off, and it was just kind of nice because it's just I don't know, it's a little baby con.
It was
Okay.
relaxed and everybody was there to
Yeah.
have fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Yep.
All right. How about you, Dave? What was the big thing that you took away from Adepticon that you were like most happy you got to be a participant or see?
It's the whole thing, really.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
it's my
it's not one thing.
Not one thing. It's impossible, really. It was
Okay.
really well. I think the main thing was catching up with all my friends
Okay.
that I see out at the show.
Yeah.
Sometimes you only have a few minutes to
Right.
catch up with them, or you might have the lucky opportunity to meet them in the bar
Okay.
and sit down for a couple of hours, relax.
All right.
But
I was
Yeah.
kind of wondering if you were going to say something along the lines of being able to experience Mel's first Adepticon with him. That had to have been a pretty interesting event.
It was, yeah, definitely. Yeah, when Mel, I guess, I just wasn't thinking about some of that aspect. Mel was just moving around. So Mel Bowes, the trained tutor that I'm working on the book with, he's writing the book. Yeah, as we said, his favorite thing was the socializing.
I have no doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Mel took like hours of footage, ran around the halls, was taking photos of taking footage of all the tables. He's going to stitch those together into a cool Adepticon homage.
Nice.
He live streamed like 4 or 5 times from the show. But yeah, he was just blown away.
I could imagine seeing him just kind of like,
Yeah. Yeah.
which would be really neat.
Yeah, I think, when I was talking to him on Tuesday, so he arrived on Monday, and on Tuesday was helping out a little bit, and Wednesday he helped out as well, but, oh no, it must have been on Wednesday when I got to the hotel.
Okay.
He said, wow, Dave, yesterday I got a little bit overwhelmed. It's just so big. I was like, on Tuesday? 2 days before the show?
On Tuesday.
I can understand. Like, wait until Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
Wait until Saturday, mate. It's going to be crazy.
Nice.
But yeah, the other thing as well, like Mel talked to anybody about anything. So yeah, he got to meet loads of people. There are a lot of his channel subscribers were there, and they had a great time sort of meeting him for the first time. But yeah, it was definitely special. He had
Good.
a great time.
Nice.
Really good time.
How do they get these lines so straight?
I wonder if Kat's in the chat. Not sure
I
if
haven't
she's
seen
around.
her, but doesn't mean that she hasn't been there. And I don't have access to YouTube today.
Okay. Say thank you to Cat Swift for sending a care package to the hotel.
Okay, good.
She had some great stuff in there, including a whole bunch of whatchamacallit bars.
Okay.
That's a little joke of something Mel says all the time.
Says whatchamacallit?
Yeah, he always says whatchamacallit,
Nice.
but when he's sort of thinking of what he wants to say next. But yeah, actually, in the end, I think he had three or four other people giving whatchamacallit bars as well.
Nice.
So we had over 100 whatchamacallit bars.
Oh my gosh.
So there was one time where he posted up, okay, I'm going to be at the Armor Class 10 booth at 1 o'clock. Anybody wants any whatchamacallit bars, swing by.
Nice.
So, but I know he took a bunch back to the UK as well. So he's going to have those in the studio.
That's hilarious.
Yep. That was really good.
See, at least you can bring those in.
Now, that's all. I mean, that's about being part of a community, right? You know,
Yep.
people who are fans and followers and just friends. You know, they're gonna latch onto those things, and it's fun to have those little.
The little in-jokes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And like we know that if you were to see Rick at a convention, that you'd bring along a bottle of maple syrup
Oh yeah.
and a year's subscription to Netflix.
How cool would that be, man?
I'm just saying, if you can make it happen.
That would be so.
Where are you going to be
nice.
next?
Yeah.
Where are you going to be next, Rick? Origins?
Origins. Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
hit up Rick at Origins.
Do we have any pictures to look at today?
No.
We have no pictures to look at today, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry.
Sorry.
But so let's talk about community. We have for those of you watching, if you haven't already joined our Facebook group, we have a group called Painting Happy Little Minis, which we'd love for you to join. If you're new to the hobby or an old hat, you know, share your techniques, ask the questions about techniques you'd like to learn, and everybody in the group is really good at sharing and being a participant and
Answering questions.
answering
and
questions. Yeah,
Giving your suggestions and advice.
yeah, it's really good. But again, about community. So I went to Bel Air Games this weekend, this Sunday.
Nice. Oh, sorry, we didn't ask you what you did this weekend.
That's
Yeah.
okay.
What did you do this weekend, Rick?
Thanks for asking, Dave.
I'm learning.
So I went to Bel Air Games. They had a paint and take on Sunday, and I was like, you know what? I'll go check this out. This should be fun. And I get there, and they have their paint stations set up, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 people sitting down that have sat down and are participating in it. So I go up and they say just grab one of the miniatures off a peg, and you can paint one of these miniatures. And so I did, and I brought my miniature. I painted 2 of them. I brought them.
These are both. Yeah, let's put them both up there.
Yeah. So I painted these 2 fellers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they're water genasi from the WizKids line.
Okay.
But which was really cool, and everybody was really nice. They were all like just getting into painting. It was a whole family.
Oh, awesome.
That was sitting there painting. It was a husband and wife, their eldest son, the eldest son's best friend, and the eldest son's girlfriend.
Nice.
And they're all painting different miniatures, and they were just really excited. They had, we were talking about a bunch of stuff as far as like what are they into as far as gaming. They're into the Warhammer Underworld stuff right now.
Okay, yep.
So they're
Shadespire and Nightfall.
Yeah, and so they're really excited about that. So they talked about that, and they're like talking about how they want to get into playing D&D. So that's why they picked the miniatures they did, because they want those to be their characters when they start a game and everything.
Excellent.
So it was really fun. They were all, really new to it, and I kind of, as I was painting mine, they asked a lot of questions. So I started helping them with some techniques, and I was like, if Dave heard me talking, he'd probably be like, saying, "Stop! Don't tell him that." But they had a lot of fun.
I'm sure you were fine.
Yeah, they had a lot of fun, and I just thought that was really cool. So if your local store does a paint and take,
make sure you head along.
You should go check it out.
That's a cool idea.
You should be a part of that.
Yep.
If for no other reason, you might be the reason someone sits down at that table for the first time, and their experience interacting with you might be what gets them really into our hobby.
Yep.
And everybody that watches our programming is absolutely a champion to the hobby.
Yep.
There's no doubt. So
definitely.
What best place to be a champion to this than at your friendly local game store? And I just want to say thanks to Bel Air Games for hosting that and it was a blast.
Yeah, that's awesome. Very cool.
Yeah. Now.
But yeah. One of the Adepticon on the Friday night, I played in a tournament.
What?
Yeah.
You got to play something too?
I got to play something too. Yeah. It was from 8 o'clock till 1 a.m. Saturday morning.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
That's late.
We played in a Dark Age tournament.
Okay.
Which was pretty cool. But it was run by a crew of folks that were basically representing Extra Life.
Nice. So charity.
Yeah.
So a charity event. And one of the things that you could do was you could buy re-rolls for $1.
Okay.
They call them rupees. So you can go and buy it. It's like spend $1 to get a rupee. And you can use that rupee to, you can just like pop it in a cup at the side of your table if you wanted to
use
get a re-roll.
Okay.
Dark Age is a game that in the rules there are very, very few re-rolls.
Okay.
So when you add lots and lots of re-rolls, it kind of changes the dynamic of the game. So it makes it kind of swingy.
Okay.
So I think that helped everybody not stress too much about winning.
Okay.
People would still try to win, but
It sounds like they're probably just trying to have a good time.
Oh yeah, yeah. But,
could anybody buy rupees and then put them in your cup as a part of like maybe the boost the charity?
Oh, I'm not sure if anybody else could do that. We didn't even think about that. But there was one point, so I bought 6 at the start.
Okay.
And then everybody was given one as well. So in my first game, I used all 7 that I had.
Oh my God.
Yep. And I thought, oh wow, that's a lot. And my opponent probably used like 9 or 10. Wow. And I thought, oh wow, that's cool. I bet you we've got like the most for the tournament.
I'm guessing the answer is no.
Well, then I looked over, and at the table next to us,
yeah,
that plastic cup was like 3/4 full.
Wow.
And I checked out with the guy Afterwards, I said, "How many did you use in that game?" And he goes, 33.
Nice.
33 rerolls.
Oh my god.
10 of them in the first round. It was like, that's amazing.
It is amazing.
Yeah.
And the charity is going to benefit
Yeah,
from that.
exactly. That's what I was thinking. It was like, that's awesome.
But could you imagine if that was something that you could buy into, let's say for a role-playing game,
Yep.
and you're going to live stream it or you're going to do it live at a show.
Yep.
And it's for charity, but you can give advantage or disadvantage to a player by coming up and buying those things at like a table.
Right.
And,
Yep.
and just messing with the game the
Yeah.
whole time. That would be so much fun.
No,
I'd
it was
be all
definitely
about that.
it was definitely good. I didn't spend any in the second game, and then in the third game, there was like one crucial point,
Yeah.
and I was like, I looked at my opponent, and I said, I should go and buy some more rerolls, shouldn't I? Before I roll this dice. And he goes, you probably should.
You probably should.
So I did. Bought
Nice.
some more. But yeah, it was a pretty cool sort of little addition. But,
It sounds like you had a blast.
yeah, it was great. Absolutely cool.
And was there a lot of good response to the Kickstarter at the show?
Yep, it was definitely.
And to your other book that you did last year?
Yep.
Or earlier this year?
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. I had there were 3 different vendors who were selling armies, legions, and hordes,
Nice.
which is good. Took out a few extra copies, and a couple of the vendors were like, "Oh, Dave, I've run out. Can I get some more?"
Nice.
Certainly
But
may.
of course.
But of course.
Did you sign them?
There were a few people who asked me to sign the copies. Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
That's good.
So that was pretty fun.
Wow. Josh from Mini Painting Studio says,
Yep.
we need to get Mia to make costumes for everyone.
Oh gosh.
Obviously, we would have to crowdfund it though to get everyone paid. And Josh said I'd throw in.
Right.
That's hilarious.
That'd be good. So, I mean, obviously Gretchen would be a bard.
Oh no.
No?
Oh no. Yeah, no. I'm just Emerald Dragon Games.
Yep.
So he has a sandwich wall at his store now, so
Okay.
you can
Feed people?
feed the peoples that come to his store. But he said that his wife won't let him do the Rick's Maple Madness. Sorry, Rick, I tried.
Oh.
She said it was too messy for the shop. I'm going to fight this though, all in the name of my Maple Rogue hero.
Yeah. That would be awesome.
But Brian says, "Let's do it, Rick. D&D for charity." I'm all about it. I think Origins, Gen
Yep.
Con, PAX Unplugged.
Make it happen.
Orville, can anyone post links to book titles or other work done? Or yeah, if you want to do that, if you want to share things that you're about there, Orville, you're more than welcome to. And also, if you join the group, you can absolutely promote your stuff in there as well. Painting happy little minis.
Your mini painting
Yeah.
work. Yeah. Yeah, not just anything. Just making a clarification there.
Brian, I really want to do this. If we could get it where we could be on stage somewhere at Gen Con and do a charity game like that, that would be amazing, because it would only really work if we could have like true audience participation.
Yeah.
You know. Josh says, "I'll paint everyone's minis."
Nice. That'd be cool.
Oh, Orville says, "No, I meant your stuff. I have been painting for 35 years and just learned about you today." Oh, sweet.
Nice.
Thanks, Orville. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate you.
Yay.
But yep, we'll probably after the show we'll jump
Yeah.
in and post some stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm not going to get very far on today's miniatures.
Yeah.
No.
Maybe done.
Huh?
You're doing some browns. You got some ochre going on there.
I got some ochre going on there, yeah,
Nice.
as I do. Well, it's actually desert yellow.
Okay. I have a feeling I should have picked Manchun.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, there's so much going on here. so much going on.
She's almost done with Manchun.
Yeah. I'll be painting this on Thursday, and then when I get back from the UK. That will be crazy.
So you're going to the UK on Thursday evening? Is that
Thursday
right?
evening, yeah. I fly out Thursday evening because no rest for the wicked.
Of course.
But, yeah, I'm going to head over, go to Salute. So
Okay.
that's the big, one of the big wargaming shows in England.
Okay.
And I'm going to get to spend a bit more time with Mel and sort of finalize the details of the book.
Okay.
I'm going to be at Mel's place for the end of the Kickstarter campaign. We're going to
Nice.
do a live stream
Okay.
sort of party for that,
Oh,
which will be
that's a
cool.
neat idea.
That should be really cool.
Yeah, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to get to go to Warhammer World.
All right.
Wait, what? Is that like, there's like a war, what?
Yeah, there's Warhammer World.
What?
What?
Like Disney World, but
Like-
for
Like
Warhammer.
Disney
Is it
World, but
really?
for nerds, yeah.
That is so
Um,
cool.
Yeah, at Games Workshop's headquarters in Nottingham, there's a whole section called Warhammer World, and basically it's a big gaming hall. There's a massive store. They have a huge kind of museum display area
That's really cool.
with like 30 or 40 massive sort of dioramas set up, which is really cool. And there's a pub as well
There you go.
inside, which is neat. So yeah, you can sit down and have a pint with lunch,
That's really cool.
lunch, some cool burgers and stuff. But yeah, so I'm excited to do that. I'll go and visit the folks at Warlord Games, maybe Mantic as well.
Oh, nice.
Yep, got to see Ronnie over the weekend,
All right.
so that was cool.
Love those guys.
But yeah, really looking forward to it. It's going to be exciting. So if anybody is watching from the UK and they are going to Salute, keep an eye out for me. I'll be wearing a t-shirt not dissimilar to this one.
It'll probably be the same one.
No.
Oh, did you get multiple made?
We got multiple made,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, that's
I got
good.
four made for me and 4 for Mel.
Did you get me one?
No, sorry, because I'm the worst person ever.
Dang it. That's okay.
I'm sorry.
It's all good. I'm sure we'll figure something
afterwards
out.
we'll
It'd have to
figure
be,
what's
it's still, even though I've lost like 60 pounds,
Yep.
it'd still have to be like a 6X.
Okay. Right here.
And by the way, how's that
working
been going?
Good. Good, you know. Oh, KL's here. Orville, check out the terrain tutor on Sunday, April 14th at 9 p.m. UK time for both Dave and Mel. Lots of the book's info.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's been going very well. I can eat a little bit more than I did when I first started the process, so that makes me happy.
Right. Not just potatoes.
Not just potatoes anymore.
That's good.
Yeah.
You're allowed to have salads, right?
I can eat some salads and some corn and some beets.
Beets.
Yeah, I like beets. So,
Like fat beets.
yeah, sick beets.
Sick beets. My
Yeah.
bad. I'm not down with the kids.
Not down with the kids today.
Not down with the kids.
I
lingo.
like them sick beets.
Oh my god.
It just sucks because I drop them all the time.
Oh my god. I'm like in between two dads right now. What is it?
Sorry.
Dad
Yeah.
jokes.
Well,
Sorry.
yeah.
Well, you are.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
I am. Actually.
There's a reason we're like this.
A pint. Let's try a pound and paint and see who's still conscious after the first hour.
Pound a pint.
A pint and paint.
Pint and paint.
Pint,
Okay.
Oh.
pint
Yeah.
and paint.
Who's
Okay.
suggesting that?
That would be Josh from Anything.
Okay. Ready.
That's actually a cool idea because they have those where it's like you go in and you
Yeah,
get some
yeah.
wine and everyone makes the same painting of the same
Yep.
bottle of wine.
Yeah. Something in the sky with a moon or something. And
Yep.
I just don't know how good I'd be if I drank and then tried to paint something this small.
Yeah.
My hands would come out so many different colors afterwards.
it would be fun. And that's all that matters.
It would.
Now, what's the next thing you'll be at, Mia? What's your next big convention or event?
Well, convention, I'm going to Cape Town, South Africa at the end of the month.
Wow.
So that will be cool. But I'm really excited for my next trip, which is in 2 weeks. I'm going to Disney.
Nice.
Woo. I'm excited.
You can't go wrong with some Disney trip.
Excellent.
That is cool.
I'm just sad because I'm going, I think, what, a month before the new Star Wars place opens, and I'm like, dang it. Because I'm not going to get to go back like that soon afterwards.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be at least a year. I'm like, darn it. I did not plan this out well enough.
It's all
Well,
good.
I gotta say that for the first like 7 or 8 years, that place is gonna be mobbed.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know if I would.
I'm okay waiting. I'm okay waiting.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to be the first on some of those rides, too. While I
Right,
work out
yeah.
the kinks. You know, they say you never want to get, like, the first cell phones that come out. Or
Right.
Right.
Yep.
Because they might explode in your face. Like,
Fry your brain.
What was it, the Galaxy Note
Yeah.
8 or whatever?
I think 6 is.
Or
the
6.
6.
I
Yep.
don't know what it was.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the 6.
I just knew that it was blowing up in people's hands and faces.
Yep.
And it sucked because I had like a Galaxy Note 2.
Right.
And I had been holding out for that one
Yep.
when they announced it. I was like, yeah, I want to get that. And then the next thing you know, people's phones are exploding, causing massive damage. And I was like, oh, that's not.
You know, hold fire.
Yeah. Now I had to hold out a little longer. Because I loved my Galaxy Note
Right.
by Samsung.
Damn it.
You're like, please sponsor us.
Another sponsor you haven't mentioned. One of these days, Rick.
Yeah.
One of these
days. We'll get a.
One of these days you'll mention somebody who is an actual sponsor.
Or a fan of what we do. Yeah, that's true. One of these days. Or they'll see it and be like, you know what? I like the cut of their jib.
Yep.
And we'll get a sponsorship for something funny. I'll get my big shoe deal.
Right.
Are you listening, Asics? I like your shoes.
Is that what making happy little minis has become?
I don't know. I'm just.
Well,
Oh,
paint your
Rick.
shoes.
Well, Asics make size 18, so yay.
Okay. That is an advantage of being average size.
Yeah. Whereas I don't know what that means.
Yep. Well, it's like half of 18.
Oh, yeah, that would be about right. A 9.
Size 9. Yep.
Yeah.
Of course, the disadvantage of that is that you can rarely find size 9.
Size 9s, yeah.
Yep, 'cause everybody else has bought them,
Yeah.
except for Rick.
Yeah. I look at those and go, aw,
Oh, anymore.
This reminds me of when my children were born.
whose kids' shoes are these? Not, but
They're
that's,
baby shoes.
that sounds mean. I shouldn't say that.
No.
Why? They're probably my shoes. I always have the tiniest feet. Which is cool because you get a lot more color choices. Like, I
In the
remember.
kids section,
Oh
or-
yeah, like I remember when Adidas shoes were like the big thing, and everyone wanted Adidas sneakers, and they were super expensive. But I could get the kid size ones, and they always came in like the neon fun colors.
Right.
Nice.
And I was
Lucky.
like, ha,
Awesome.
neon purple, take it.
Excellent.
Ooh, Walter asked, did you bring back anything good as far as the swag scene goes, Dave? Did you get any cool swag at Adepticon?
I got a few things, actually.
Yeah.
I've got some from GW. I
You
got
can bring
the
them.
Ambots.
Okay.
So there's a creature called in the lore for 140,000 called an Amble.
Okay.
It's a bit like an Umberhulk,
Okay.
similar to that, but a burrowing creature, but really big and sort of crazy, vicious.
Nice.
But of course, on some mining planets, they've sort of repurposed some mining or reworked some mining robots
Okay.
to make them look like ambles.
Okay.
So, but they're ambots.
And bots. Okay.
Yeah.
And these are like
So I got those.
used as machines of war?
You could, yeah. You could repurpose them. Normally they'd be used for mining. Just they have these big sort of grinding blades on their fists.
Oh, okay.
So they just run up and sort of grind down
Nice.
the rock wall. But obviously, yeah, you can also use that in combat. You could use them in a sort of gladiatorial arena,
Okay.
that kind of thing. So that was cool to get. I picked up a new case from Battle Foam,
Yeah. Cool.
one of their Black Label cases that is actually like can be used as carry-on. So it's a really hard side case.
Nice.
Really quite deep. It's probably about this deep, so you can fit lots of stuff in it.
Okay.
And yeah, it's got a rollerboard sort of set up.
Dang.
So I really don't need another
But you
case,
wanted
but
it.
I wanted it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw it sitting on the shelf there, and I was like, I'm going to take that down and have a look at it. And as soon as I'd taken it down and was handling it, I was like, I want this. So I bought it.
Nice.
And I got the Avatar of Cthulhu from Dust 1947,
Okay.
which is a fantastic sort of probably miniatures about this size, wings, big tentacle head.
Nice.
Yeah, really nice. So I got that from the guys at the Dust booth.
Josh Potter says that the swag at Adepticon was amazing. Song of Fire and Ice minis game, Invasion 7, and a couple of other things.
Yeah, I got to see Josh at the show. Hey, Josh, I got to meet him in person, which was cool. But yeah, they had so they always have a swag bag
Okay.
that you can buy, and it's usually you get like 2 or 3 times your
value in it. Yeah.
But and they had the VIG, the very important
One
gamer,
Yeah.
bag, which was this year is limited to 300. Usually keep them quite limited. And yeah, that was the one that had the starter set for Song of Ice and Fire,
Nice.
Invasion 7. It had a whole bunch of stuff. It was just huge amounts of stuff in it. So everybody who got a hold of that was very excited.
Very happy.
Yeah.
I can dig it.
You actually had to sort of register for a lottery for it.
Oh, wow.
To be able to. Yeah, you registered for the lottery, and if you won, you're allowed to sort of purchase the
It's like Funko.
Oh,
thing.
yeah, I like Funko.
Yep.
No, they do a lot of their stuff now.
Actually, I feel like most of San Diego at this point is
Yeah, taking on that
lottery kind of thing.
Yeah.
model. Yeah.
I think they had close to 6,000 people.
Ooh,
at the
that's
show.
good. I mean, when you think about it, it's a super hyper focused
Yep.
thematic in the convention scene, but to have that many people roll out to that, all with that same mindset.
Yeah.
Because you can go to like San Diego Comic-Con and yeah, there's, almost 200,000 people at that event, but not every one of them's a comic book person. Some of them are just there for toys, or some are there for autographs or cosplay or
Yep.
whatever. So you get that's a very focused group you got to play with.
To work with there. Yeah.
Yeah.
They had this year they had some events off-site
Mhm.
as well at Harper College nearby. Those were Keyforge events.
Oh, wow.
So they had some really big, like multiple hundreds of people involved in Keyforge events,
Okay.
which was pretty awesome too.
I have no doubt.
Might have
I
been
think it's-
like some of the first sort of grand clashes or whatever they're calling them.
Okay.
But
Nice.
yeah, there was just so much going on all the time. All the time. On Friday night, they had a big, what do you call it? Like a big bits swap, bits buy sort of thing, where you could register beforehand and get your table space and sit down with a whole bunch of stuff that you were looking to move on to somebody else who wanted it.
Okay.
And
Josh
always
says
good deals
that
there.
the Dust booth was really nice.
Yeah, Greg and the team did a great job.
He says Josh's booth was right next to theirs,
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Excellent.
which is super cool. All right, we only got a few minutes left. Any last bits of information you guys want to drop out there to the viewers today?
I'm going to say I've been a little bit quiet about what I've been doing while I've been painting this guy, because I was kind of working it out as I went along.
Yeah.
So on Thursday, I'll get a bit more into, now that I know which way it's going, how it's heading there, I'll talk about it a little bit more. But yeah, it's been nice just to sort of ramble around the Mini and not have a clear idea of what I was doing.
It looks amazing.
Yeah, it's coming along.
Yeah. And she's almost done already.
Yeah.
Mia's like...
It's getting there.
Told you, dude. Manchun. Way to go.
Yeah, yours, I was definitely not going to touch that one.
Yeah, Alice Black Coat, not so much. There's a nice close-up of Manchun box. So that's the one to look for in the stores.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Very cool.
He's basically the Emperor,
And that's...
if you think about it, like from Star Wars.
Yeah,
All right,
Palpatine.
yeah.
Yeah. He's a clone of an ancient wizard. Yeah, that's a good one. Hallister is really
He's very cool. Yeah. I think I'm going to make the eyes, what look like eyes, like a little bit more yellow.
Okay.
Like a yellow.
A little jaundicey.
No, not sort of jaundicing, but a little bit brighter than that.
Okay.
All right, here, I'll put mine on the little spinner thing.
Yep.
There we go. I tried to get him to look like that.
Oh.
Oh.
There we go, Matt Bickley.
So that's the unpainted version. Ta-da.
Turner.
And then here's mine.
It looks great.
Nailed it.
Totally. That's awesome. That does look great.
Yeah, that's really
bad.
good.
Yep.
I couldn't get that
Look
nice
like-
even finish on the blue like they did have in the photo.
Right.
Couldn't get it, but I'm happy
You
with
got
it.
the gold trim.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's really
that
good.
was hard.
I am not going to put the box up next to
Oh,
these ones.
come on.
Well, yours is practically done. Mine are not
It's
at
like the
all
nailed it challenge.
close.
Okay, well, let's just put our unfinished pieces.
All right.
Rick. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, those look good.
Yeah, I got a lot more to do.
I have a feeling I shouldn't have started with a wash. I think it slowed me down. It didn't give
I
me,
would
it
almost
it
agree
wasn't,
too.
It wasn't giving me the original base color that I was looking for.
He looks good
So-
though.
Yeah.
He's getting there. He looks ragged, doesn't he?
And I got a lot more to go. But
So much
the fact,
detail.
the fact that I'm going to have another hour on Thursday to work on
Yeah.
mine.
Yeah.
Yes. Happy days.
Take that where you can get it, right?
Yes. All right. So last shout out. If you haven't joined the Facebook group yet, Painting Happy Little Minis, please do so. Follow us on all of our social media platforms at Game Trade Media. We'd love to have you a part of our community as you are allowing us to come into yours by watching and participating in the chat. We do appreciate it.
What are we on? We're on the Facebooks,
We're on Facebook,
the Instagrams,
the Instagrams, and Twitter.
and the Twitters as well.
Yeah,
All of them.
we're on all of them except for Snapchat. We don't have a Snapchat.
No.
No,
Okay.
no reason for that.
It's because there's no. If we made a filter, though, like a Painting Happy Little Minis filter.
Yeah, like a
With
geo filter.
Rick.
When you whenever you turn it on, it just put Rick over your face.
Oh my God! Nobody wants me on their face.
Yes.
How about a caricature of Rick?
Oh, they
Yeah.
already
A
have something
little
like that.
Rick
isn't there?
dancing at the bottom.
They already do.
Oh,
where
yeah,
it
Rick dancing.
squishes your face and it's like, you know.
Gives you a beard immediately.
Yeah.
Has you
Mia,
chugging a
thank
bottle
you
of
for
maple
joining
syrup.
us.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Right, maple syrup guzzle. And everybody out there watching, make sure you tune in. I'm Rick,
I'm Mia.
And I'm Dave.
and we'll see you at the game store.
Yeah, I did that one right. Yeah. Thanks for watching Painting Happy Little Minis. If you liked it, leave a like and a comment below, and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any new content.